Hey guys, so we're gonna do a tour, but first I wanna talk about philodendrons in general, philodendrons in semi-hydroponics. Philodendrons are probably one of my favorite classes. They're families of plants in the LECA just because there's so much instant gratification as far as them taking root and them taking off and all winter long, and they have just gotten huge. So if you come across a philodendron and it's a 4-inch pot, grab it and put it in LECA, especially because it's spring and they are taking off even more because it's spring. But don't be afraid to transfer your philodendrons any time of year. They like bright light. To really medium to bright light seems to be fine. They're one of my plants that doesn't demand. The ficus kind of demand bright light. I feel like the philodendrons are just, they like bright light, but if you have them low to medium light, they just don't grow as quickly. So you're going to be wrapping some moss poles if you gather some philodendrons, because they do grow quite quickly and will be one of your favorite plants in your collection. 4-inch pots were under $10 and they've already grown so much. The other thing about philodendrons is they can be hard to find because they're so popular. If you cut your Hoya leaves, I had talked about when I plant Hoyas, I like them to be the stem not to have very many leaves on it for the bottom 2 to 3 inches. When I cut those leaves off, what I do is I get a little tray of pebbles. It can be volcanic pumice, it can be perlite, any kind of pebbles, but look at the roots off of my Hoya leaf. And as long as I keep it damp on this tray, these roots will keep growing. Tons and tons of natural light, so my plants kind of have an advantage because I have, you know, lights on them plus my natural light. But it's been cloudy now for 4 days, and I really have to either pour out water or really back off on the watering. I don't need to even think about watering a lot of these plants for 3 to 4 weeks. As long as it's cloudy, you're gonna take back, like whatever watering you were doing, like think twice about watering your plants when the light is low and the cloud coverage is going on outside. So, okay, so let's do the tour. The first one is the emerald green, the Philodendron green emerald. Love this plant, and it's established now, so it's just healthy and taking off. Then I have the tripartitum. These are very fast growing and get 12 inches across when they mature. This one is the Mccauley's finale, gorgeous. Grows out kind of a dark black burgundy, turns to red, then finally turns to green, just like its cousin, the Philodendron Prince of Orange. I have several of these. Here's another one, the Philodendron Emerald Red. You can kind of see it has a wide leaf and the red stems. Just a great basic plant that's happy pretty much immediately in the LECA, and will just produce leaf after leaf after leaf. It's more clumping, it's not vining or needing a totem pole. This next one is the Philodendron Jungle Boogie. I've gone through some things with this one, and it's making a comeback. I repotted it after it had already adjusted to LECA, and it got kind of upset. This is the Philodendron Burle Marx Variegated and the Burle Marx Regular. These you can clump, or they will grow up, you know, a totem pole, and they're very fast growing. And so then, and they can tolerate higher light, and then drought periods. This is my rugosum or sow's ear. Very happy already, has established and has really thick, fleshy leaves and roots. I can tell it's going to be a fast grower. And underneath, just like the other emeralds, this one is a hybrid, which is called the Philodendron Moonlight. And it's more of a neon green and not so deep and burgundy-ish and reddish. Up here is my Philodendron Prince of Orange, that was the size of the little Moonlight 6 months ago. So you can see how quickly and broad the leaves are going to grow. So buy a 4-inch if you can. This is my favorite one right now. It's the Mccauley. It has grown 24 inches in the last 6 to 8 weeks and will probably be to the ceiling by the end of the summer. And then I have a Lacinatum, a Totem Lacinatum, and it's kind of slow to adapt. And then the Jose Bueno is a very aggressive grower once established. You can tell it's kind of new. I have it on my my heat mat with a light, and I mist it every morning. I'm trying to get it established. Ounces of water. Now I bumped it up to 64 ounces in the mornings, and the part of the reason is the coronavirus cannot live in a well-hydrated throat. Even if you have the coronavirus like sitting in your throat, I think it has to sit in there for 4 hours, and then it goes down into the lungs or into your esophagus. But if you're continually drinking water, you're flushing your system. And drink water, stay hydrated, live your best life, and can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye. It was not doing well. Let me show you the growth. I had to make